Yeah, that just felt significant. We did not play well in that game at all. In fact, we was very, very much below par, probably on par with the Leverkusen game in terms of, performance. At least in that game, we was away from home. So, you could give the benefit of the doubt. It's a two-legged tie. It's tight, and away from home at a pretty good German team, Leverkusen. So we wanted to bounce back and get a victory in this game against Everton. We wanted to step up performance-wise. We started Saka, we started Madueke, Eze was in the team, Calafiori is back in the team. So all of the components for it to be a bit more fluid, Havertz started up front in place of Gyökeres. So yeah, all the components were there for it to be a bit more fluid, a little bit more cohesion and chemistry on the pitch. But once again, we didn't see it. We couldn't break them down. Everton really came to play. They set up shop. They had a game plan. David Moyes, we know what a good manager he is. And yeah, they put players behind the ball and then counter-attacked when they needed to. In the first half, they was much the more dangerous. They hit the post. They had, a couple of shots on target that David Raya had to save. They was putting some really wicked balls into the box, which was causing Raya all sorts of problems. There was even an opportunity pretty early into the second half where Raya had to make a save low down with his foot, I believe. And yeah, Everton were looking the better team from an attacking point of view. While we had a lot of the ball, similar as always, we wasn't able to break them down. Eze had a couple of opportunities where he was putting Havertz through, but it just wasn't to be. And it just looked like it was going to be one of those games. But, with this team, they do never give up. That's what we had to do. We had to be patient. And the goal did eventually come in the 89th minute from Gyökeres after Daumann came on. And he put in a very good ball into the box. There was a little bit of a Ricochet Robbie type of scenario, and then it luckily just fell for Gyökeres pretty much on the line, and he was able to tap it in. Gyökeres, as I mentioned, didn't start, and I think that was just because his performances of late haven't been the best. And even when he came on, I feel like he wasn't great. He just didn't look particularly sharp. But yeah, it was what it was. He got the goal, and that's a success. You come off the bench and you score. That's job done. So that was 1-0. And then Max Daumann was able to wrap it up to make it 2-0 after, Everton threw the kitchen sink and Pickford went up front. And then, we cleared the ball, last kick of the game, or one of the last kicks of the game. And then Daumann was able to, show a little bit of his flary jinky-majinky, get free of one of the Everton defenders. And then at that point, pretty much from the halfway line, he was just bearing down on a free goal. Then he tapped it in, and that made it 2-0. So amazing cameo by Max Daumann, definitely game changer. And we was able to get the points. Big points. West Ham now hopefully will do us a favour against Man City.